Everybody having a good time? Everybody enjoying all the spoken word, all the energy, all the word? Everybody? Okay. We are about to come to our final poet. Now, ordinarily, there's only one host per poet, but we find that the next poet to be of such a level, such a level, that it takes two hosts to introduce her. Darren, who we talking about?
Man, listen, I've been watching her spit for years. And I mean, years. We've co hosted in many shows. I watch her spit at many shows. If you haven't had her book, go get her book. She's inspired my book. Like, she's just so much, so much.
And what is the name of this book?
Banter and Bourbon. Make sure you go grab it. Banter and Bourbon. Banter and Bourbon. Make sure you go grab that. But listen, man, a little bit. But look, this next poet, man, this next poet, songstress, she's just a dynamite artist. Y'all know her, y'all love her, we know her, we love her. It's our sister. Let's give it up, y'all, for Ms. La Lovely, Ms. La Jones, repping the DMV. Let's get it, La.
Y'all do love me. Okay. You need to pick your Afro daddy because it's flat on one side. You need to pick your Afro daddy because it's flat on one side. When you don't pick your Afro, you're gonna have one side high. Exhausted. To the random man on the street who looked at me and then looked at me again and then said, "Baby girl, why don't you just smile?" I'm sorry that I hit you in the face. I know. Violence is never the answer, but you, sir, were the exception I was willing to take. Don't even know what it actually takes to get myself up and out anyway, but my mistake. La, keep your hands to yourself. Okay. I didn't do it, not really, but did I want to? Yeah, really. And would I ever? No, not really. Am I okay? No, not really. Because I'm tired. Always trying to do the right thing as I'm fighting on the bright screen gets exhausting. So I'm writing but all the wrong things you should never say when you are the example. I've always been the example. Look, you can be plus size and cute. Look, you can serve God in your youth. Hair in locks and she's still classy. She's still single. She look happy. Heartbroken, but she's still searching. Dated around, she's still a virgin. Lived abroad, somehow survived 40. No husband, ain't die. Sigh, it gets exhausting being it. It's being whatever it is someone wants to achieve from the underprivileged position. Position underprivileged. What you mean? It's a privilege to be the example. I know. But it's exhausting. So I write. Because who complains about being the light to help others see that it could be done? And who regrets being the bigger person when it means it's your brother that you've won? So you turn the other cheek and you take the higher ground. You welcome back the prodigal, even though you've been around and around and around. And around goes the bow on the wedding gift for your niece, whose kindergarten graduation you clearly remember. She was Nyla in The Lion King. Now she's a full-grown princess marrying her king. Was so excited even asked you to ring. Now running towards you with her wedding ring. Aunt, thank you for coming. Anything for you, my love. And I mean it. Anything for you, my love. Anything to prove my love to my king. My thank you for sustaining me. See, I regret nothing. And I take back nothing. No sacrifice too great, no privilege too small. If given my life over, I gladly do it all. Just know it gets exhausting. Praying the same prayer for 20 years. The wineskin must be enormous, the one that holds my tears. But eventually the years won't matter. And my smile will grow less sadder. Won't mourn tiny feet that never went pitter patter. Never got to teach you chutes and ladders. While the sound the heart makes when it shatters is deafening when dreams defer. When you choose to smile to celebrate her. And yeah, you know that your time will come. Shh. Must you be so loud? Yeah. Table for one. I'm tired. Always trying to do the right thing when you're fighting on the bright screen gets exhausting. So I'm writing, but all the wrong things you're never supposed to say when you're the example. I'm always the example. But sometimes you just got to get it out. Those feelings you wish didn't exist. When the weight of the world on your shoulders sits, when they drink every syllable dropping from your lips, measure the skirt that sits around your hips. Hey, Lord, can you give us any more tips? And don't you know we appreciate you, sis? I know. I know. And I appreciate you too. And because I did, you do. I get it. Because I tried, you did it. Didn't give up, because I lived it. Confidence grew, because I give it. Poet now, because I spit it. Grew you some locks, because I'm with it. Quit, oh boy, because I quit it. Fire still lit, because I lit it. And don't ever think I forget it. The privilege of being the example, but it's exhausting. And some days, seems like it may last forever, but thankfully we know better. And for some, this might be wild talk, but for us, it's just the walk that we walk. Your examples. We know. And so to the random man on the street who looked at me and then looked at me again and then said, baby girl, why don't you just smile? Sir, you will never understand what it took for me to get up and out today, but that's okay. La, keep your hands to yourself. Because he knows, and he's proud. It's an honor I don't take lightly. I pray for more strength nightly, a privilege to be an example, even though my tears are ample. If you're here because I stayed, just know it's for us I pray. And through him that I never lost it, because his supply is never exhausted. Pick your Aphrodite, because it's flat on one side. Thank you guys.
That
Gosh, wow.
Amazing.
So much, girl. Yes.
Cute girl as hell.
So much.
Oh. Just looking at the gallery view while you're performing, so many people they're fading back. Oh, I saw some faces. I saw stuff being thrown at the cameras. Like you know when you hear something that's so true, you kind of like offended a little bit. You're like, That's all we saw. We were like, Then we saw some cameras cut off. We saw them cut back on and still making a stank face. We was like, okay. All right.
Like, she gotta end it soon. Like,
end it soon. And then when you thought she was gonna end it, she was like, okay, part two. And she had a little, take two things. Okay, she kept going. Just
we gonna wrap up
CC is throwing flowers at the screen. She's throwing virtual flowers. Like, all right, friends. That was our final poet.